Good evening, everybody. Back at it once again with MyGM. And once again, as ever, I wouldn't be here without, really, the guy that has my number at the moment, to put it bluntly. This has been it's been a bit of a curb stomp so far, to be perfectly honest, but...
Yeah, guys, Paper's phone number is 111111 2131151. Just in case you want to give Paper a call.
Someone's going to call that now.
It'd be like a pizza place will pick up like, hello, what do you want? Pizza place in like Bulgaria or something.
Right, let's just jump straight into this week's show. Where am I at? There is my roster. It's not looking great. But we do what we can.
I still think you're in a better position than I am, though, because I know for a fact that even now my stamina is not going to have fully regenerated.
Yeah, okay. My roster's looking alright. I'll give you a little heads up on where I stand at the moment. I think I need to basically start putting on like pay-per-view quality shows on the weekly shows.
That's what I've been trying to do this whole time, and at times I've succeeded, at times I haven't. But
I'm having some faults. Okay, let's start with the logistics. So, the Thunderdome.
The Thunderdome, dude.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy the Veto Star card.
Okay.
As a bit of an insurance policy, I think. Now let's have a look at the actually, that's a point. Free agents and legends. I mean, we keep doing the dibs, like who gets first dibs, but we haven't really been crossing over too much, to be fair, and it just elongates the stream because you have to look at it from my show, and then you need to look at it again when we get to you. So, how do you feel about just getting on with it?
What is in? So I don't think I've quite understood what you mean.
So like instead of on my show, just we sit here both looking at the free agents. Like,
oh, do you want us to just look at it as and when?
Yeah. So
yes, I think that's a good idea.
Instead of doing the first dibs, because like both of us have been going for very different things anyway, so there hasn't really been any crossover.
Yeah, it's true. No, it is true.
I'll try and be obviously I'm going first, so I'll try not to be a dick about it, and I will give you like a brief look at who's there.
Yes, yeah, fair.
So if there is anyone that instantly jumps out at you, you can say, but we don't need to go into that full, detailed.
What? Yeah.
Look into it.
No, yeah. What will we do if we both want the same person?
Flip a coin.
I was going to say I could come up to yours and we could have a scrap, but fair enough. Yeah, we'll flip a coin.
Yeah, just so that way we can speed up the start of these streams a little bit.
I think it's a good idea, and it makes more sense because then there's no wasted time looking at the free agents. I think that's a good shot.
Because we always have a bit of a slow start because of that, so I think it's better to just jump into it. So
I agree.
So
yeah,
here's what we're gonna do. I know what my main event is gonna be.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a one-on-one match.
Okay.
Gonna be question. The problem that I have is I don't know most of my superstars' match specialties.
It feels like that is definitely very luck based in this game. Which is like fair enough. Like some stuff has to be a bit luck, doesn't it? That's realistic.
Also, you throw out a lot of stipulation matches.
I do because I don't know, they just get higher ratings, don't they?
Yeah, I mean it's fair enough. Okay, I'll make it a normal match. It's gonna be Bianca Belair
Okay.
versus Sasha Banks in the main event.
Okay.
Oh, that's a point. Rest your current champions this week. I'm not too. I promised Bianca Belair a main event match. I'm not too fussed about the commissioner goal, so I'm gonna leave that. So yeah, we're gonna do Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks as the main event of SmackDown for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Jeez. Okay.
Bianca Belair is the number one contender, and you know what? We're gonna give the fans a treat tonight. We're gonna give them that title match. You know what we're also gonna do? We're also gonna have a call-out promo. And after what happened last week, The Undertaker is gonna call out Roman Reigns.
Jeez.
So that's a lock. Now the question is, what do I want to do from here? I'll tell you what I want to do. My mid-card match gonna be an Extreme Rules match. Gonna be Toni Storm versus Mandy Rose. Because we haven't addressed that rivalry in a little while. And then for the opener, let's say a TLC match. And another rivalry that's had a bit of a break. Randy Orton and Big E.
Nice. Are either of them specialists in TLC, or do you not? Are we not sure?
I don't know, but I've put between these two. We've had a tables match and an Extreme Rules match.
So probably one of them is going to be a specialist then.
You'd hope so. Otherwise they both specialise in Hell in a Cell.
That would be kind of nuts. It'd be annoying, but it'd be kind of nuts.
I can see Randy Orton specialising in Hell in a Cell, to be fair. Which leaves the call-out promo. Well, actually, I say call-out promo. It could be any promo. Just we default to call-outs, don't we? Now, there's a few things I could do here. I kind of want to do this. Right move. Is there anyone you are considering signing, just like from a quick glance?
Yeah, I'll have a quick glance on. Just have a quick look. Let me just have a look at my notes again, because then I might be able to figure something out.
Like, is there anyone that just immediately stands out to you without much fault?
Probably, yeah, but I think that's also just partly because I like him rather than because I know whether he fits or not.
Send me a message.
I will.
I think it's probably going to be fine, but just send me a message just in case.
I'm actually not so sure.
You know what? I respect that.
Yeah, I think to be honest,
I quite like him as well. To be fair.
Yeah, at this point, I'm quite happy for you to do whatever you want, like free agents wise, and I'll just because that'll give me the time to plan it. So
just
I don't
to clarify,
mind. Yeah.
It is Bruisers and Fighters, isn't it? The mesh.
It's Bruisers and Fighters, Cruisers, Giants, and I guess specialists with anybody. Maybe I don't know. They seem to do quite well with other specialists, but that could just be a coincidence.
On the one hand, I do kind of want to try and get something going between Edge and Rollins, because that didn't work last week. But I've had an idea, and this could backfire in a major way.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? I'm here for a good time.
Okay.
I'm signing a legend.
Why not? Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Good shout, actually. I think.
Well, you say that, but wait until you see who I'm about to sign.
I'm gonna make a get. Can I make a prediction?
Make a prediction. Looking at legends, who am I about to sign?
Hulk Hogan.
No.
Understood. Good. Oh, the Ultimate Warrior.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to SmackDown, please welcome Mr. McMahon.
Nice. Fair enough. I like that. I'm just glad because if you'd have signed JBL, I would have had to cut off all contact with you.
And you know what? Vince. Oh my god, he has 5-star promo.
Makes sense.
Vince
Oh no.
is gonna call out Drew McIntyre. I broke him, guys. I broken him.
Sorry, guys. I think my kettle turned on in the background. For fuck's sake, he's gonna get his ass kicked. This is literally just televised elderly abuse. This is televised elder abuse. It's televised legalized ageism. This is unbelievable. Scottish man curb stomps grandpa on Monday on Friday Night SmackDown. Oh dear.
Okay, I think that's my show.
That's a great show. It is a great show, to be honest. I think I don't really have my stuff planned. I'm just going to need to wait and see what's possible, really.
Okay, we're heading over to Raw. Beth Phoenix. Hey, my contract at Raw is up at the end of the week. I'd be interested in staying. The cost would be $28,000.
I'm going to have to say no to that. I haven't used her at all. And I probably need... I think unless I really want to keep somebody for something or because they pair well with somebody, I can't really just be throwing money around. I don't want to. So...
Thanks for your work, Beth, but I won't be renewing the contract.
Yep.
Understand, and this will be my final week of Raw.
Yeah, pretty much.
Happy Corbin, the Tic Tac. I thought I'd left Louisville for good. Well, I think I'd better go out there and show them what they've been missing.
I wonder what flavour Tic Tac Corbin would be. Sorry, I'm getting distracted, but I wonder what flavour Tic Tac it would be. No, you eat the Tic Tac and it's just got a dose of like dopamine, so you get like you hit the high when you get like a winning run on the casino table, so you get that same feeling. And it's just it's got his face like wrapped round the Tic Tac. It's literally just his face, like not his hair or anything, just his face.
Oh my life. So we've never seen anyone say that before. I'm gonna guess that means he expects to be on tonight's show.
Yeah. To be fair, as long as I think he was great last week. He was probably the highlight of our whole show, of my whole show last week, rather.
No, our whole show, I will concede.
Yeah, no, if that's what you're saying, I'm happy to give him another run out. Why not? Keep the momentum.
See what Strowman says. Hey boss, I've been talking with Kane a lot lately, and we had this great idea that we should team up for a tag match. I think we'd actually make an all tag team.
The thing is he not? Does he still have a thing going with Mansoor?
Can I convince you to take a chance on us and book us in a tag match for the next few weeks? If I remember correctly, I think you were trying to. I think you were trying to set up something between Kane and Mansoor, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, in which I think I was. Yes, I think I was. In which case, I can still do that. I can still do that. So yeah, Joe, I will do that. I think I think I'd be happy to give that a go. Yeah, why not?
See how your team works out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Great, I'll let him know. Can't wait to make our tag team debut. Alright, you're on the show. Where do you want to go first?
I'll check my commissioner goal first. Might as well get it out of the way. I'll write it down as well. So,
have your most popular available male babyface and heel fight each other this week, and you get health spa free.
well, I have to say,
oh god, you got a few promises going on here.
I do. You do.
Braun Strowman partner with Kane. Happy Corbin does expect to make an appearance in front of his home crowd.
That's all right.
And you promised Asuka a title shot within now 2 weeks.
That's fine. Again.
Okay, what are you doing?
Well, I want to look at my roster quickly, and I want to figure out like who still needs. I'm going to try and be quick about it, but I want to figure out who still needs like pairing up, like where are the imbalances in it. So I'll have a quick look at my roster. Just want to make sure I've got the right info as well, because I've got it written down here. But so if I'm just thinking now, if I want a tag team with Strowman and Kane, then I'm going to need to. So I've got Mansoor. He's obviously going to be involved in that. I see. Strowman and Mansoor do still have a thing going. They do still have a thing going. I thought they did. Anyway, that's fine. So I actually need probably another. Oh no, actually, no. Here we go. Got Jimmy Uso. Oh, that's perfect. Great. That works great. Actually, yeah. Okay. Let me write that down.
Jimmy Uso and his fabled tag team partner Mansoor?
Big Money Mansoor. I think in terms of how they've been like the characters they have in this series, I think it actually works great. I really like that. Okay, so
what you gonna do?
You gonna do, dude? Sure. Michaels is nearly fucking dead. Just AJ Styles is not that far off joining him in the grave.
You brought Shawn Michaels out of retirement and went, I'm gonna make sure you fucking stay retired this time.
To be fair, it might have actually been good to keep Beth Phoenix now that I look at it, but it's not. I'm not too bothered by that. There's definitely people who I think I could probably spend that money on who are already here who would do a bit of a bigger job for us. At the moment, I don't really. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think I really need anybody like big at the moment.
Fair days.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll have a quick look, I guess, in the free agents and the legends, because I might want to sign someone just so I can have someone who's got a lot of stamina. So.
Yeah, stamina is really starting to hurt now.
It's starting to hurt me because I do so many stipulation matches, and because I built up a lot of rivalries over a period of time. There's two here that stick out to me. There's two ones that really stick out in that free agents. Can I check the legends, please?
Oh, yeah, legend.
Thank you.
Good option.
There are.
And instead, I fucking tunnel visioned on my fucking meme idea.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. Okay, so. And there's like two here that fairly stick out for me. Let me just quickly check my roster again. I've got the names of the... I don't need to check the free agents of the legends again because I've got them written down. Right. Let's quickly figure out what I'm going to do here. I have had a bit of a... that could kind of work, but then...
I hate it when he thinks he has ideas. I don't.
Yeah, Joe, that could actually work. I do kind of like the look of that. Okay. I might do that tonight then. I mean, I feel like I can afford to experiment a bit, and I kind of can't really be shoving the same people in again and again and again. Check rivalries. Can you check the stamina of Beth Phoenix for me, please? Because she might get a send-off match tonight, actually.
93.
93, and she's got a level 1 rivalry with Candice LeRae, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, I know I'm gonna book a certain promo, so is it right if I just go and do that now? Actually, I'll do the logistics first, and then I'll book that.
Okay, yep. Let me hear it.
Logistics is Thunderdome again.
Okay.
Crew is second from like the second, the level 2 one.
Yep.
And the special effects is level 2 as well. And the advertisements is going to be the highest level 1.
Of course.
I feel like I have to at this point. Like it's kind of, I think it saved my ass once or twice. So.
No, please let me catch up.
Please,
I'm begging
you. So my first promo is going to be a call out, and Jake Roberts is going to call out Sheamus tonight.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
Yeah, this is. My mouth is watering thinking about this as a rivalry. I can't lie. So.
There you go. There you go, Chief.
Thank you. I think my opener is going to be. I want to try and get this rivalry done. Although to be fair, there's 2 things I could do here. Can you just check Becky Lynch's stamina for me, please?
56.
50. Okay.
Not amazing, but not terrible.
No. Because at this point, what I'm thinking is it's 2 weeks, so it's either got to be this week or next week. I said I would give.
Asuka title match.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm almost thinking I was going to just do it now, but then I would kind of prefer Asuka to try and finish that rivalry with Bliss, so she could at least start one with Lynch if they have a match next week.
Okay.
So I'm kind of debating that. In terms of other stuff I'm going to do, I had 2 ideas for tag matches, but it's kind of like they both work. It's just that they're going to push people's stamina. Do you know? I know what I'll do. My mid card's going to be a tag match, right? My mid card's going to be a tag match, and it's going to be King Nakamura and Happy Corbin versus Samoa Joe and Sheamus.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why does it put Mansoor in there?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Does the game now consider Samoa Joe and Mansoor tag team?
They did have a tag match before, to be fair. I don't think
they've had a few, to be honest.
They've had a few, yeah. I checked the match types. I might just make it a normal match, but I'm going to check the match types.
Tables, Extreme Rules, TLC, what's that?
Tables, Extreme Rules, TLC, and 2. Like who specializes in each of these type of match? Does it show up? Because I'm pretty sure.
Nakamura and Sheamus specialize in Extreme Rules. You don't know for the
how high is the stamina for Extreme Rules?
Medium. So I think you could get away with Sheamus could be in trouble afterwards.
I mean, I did kind of plan for him to not be doing anything next week. I mean, he might get called out in a promo next week, but
fair enough.
How much stamina on average do they lose in a match like that? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head, unfortunately.
Okay. Joe, I'll take a risk. This is what I do. I actually, because the rest of them aren't on that higher stamina either. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell you what, we'll ignore that for now, and we'll book the opener.
Okay, Sheamus is gonna die live in the ring one of these days.
I really am leaning into the
that's
whole...
Why Raw needs a union.
I'm really leaning into the whole Thatcher thing right now. I can't lie. I can't let myself off for this one. Okay, so Joe, what? The main event is going to be Asuka versus Bliss, I believe.
Ooh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, main event is Asuka v Bliss because it's a high level rivalry. I think they've kind of both earned it.
Oh, hello. Rivalry level 4 out of 4 is stale.
Stale? I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, it is stale. I can't really disagree with it, but okay.
That's the first time we've seen that.
What are they both specialists in?
I don't think we have it for either of them. No, we don't.
I mean, what match types have they had before? They haven't really had. I think that might be. They've not really been having.
I think they've only had normal matches.
How much is Hell in a Cell? Well, they both got. Oh, their stamina's not that high though.
Oh no, they did have a Hell in a Cell match. Bliss won.
That's right.
I think that was last week.
This is a tough position then, because I was sort of banking on this as being like a fairly easy match to put on. It's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Finally, he's in a difficult position.
Okay, Joe, I know what I'm going to do. Put it on as the opener.
As the opener?
Yeah,
that's a smart move.
Because I figured out I can put it on as the opener.
Yep.
And I'm going to take a bit of a risk because I'm going to do this. And I think I'm going to have to put a stipulation on it. If it's getting stale, you can't really have a normal match. So we'll try. So what's the order of stamina? Tables is the lowest, right?
Yeah, it goes tables, Extreme Rules, TLC, Hell in a Cell.
Tables, Extreme Rules, TLC, Hell in a Cell. Are either of them specialists in any match type? We just don't know.
We don't know. Well, the only thing, we know, we at least, because they had the Hell in a Cell match, so we know neither of them specialise in Hell in a Cell.
Have they had a tables match?
I don't think so.
Well,
I think they've only had normal and Hell in a Cell.
Put them in a tables match then. Put them in a tables match.
It's the obligatory Raw tables match.
To be honest, it's actually, this is the one time I've been forced to do a tables match, because if I do any higher, then Asuka might not be able to have a title shot next week.
That's fair.
I'm almost a bit nervous putting her even in tables, but Okay, the promo. So the promo. Hey, Gudgeon. The promo is a bit of a risk because I want Becky Lynch to call out Asuka. So I'm kind of relying on the fact that this is going to end the rivalry.
Yeah.
It's a risk, but I want to take a risk, and I think if it works out, it will help me. So I'm willing to do it. Like if it backfires, it's not really going to cause me that much bother. So
worst comes to worst, Becky Lynch has level 5 promo skill, so it should at least be good.
Oh yeah, hopefully it'll be good.
Okay, which leaves you with a main event to find.
Yeah, I have to pull a main event out of my ass.
It's like Raw in real life. They start the show and they haven't actually got a main event planned yet.
Yeah, pretty much. It just happens, bro. It just happens, bro. It just happens.
And then they have like someone cut the opening promo, and then a bunch of other people come out. They all start arguing, and then they're like, "We're gonna have a tag team match, player." I
thought it was a SmackDown thing, no? That and going 1-on-1 with the Undertaker.
With the Undertaker. Well, that is a SmackDown thing.
That's very much a SmackDown thing. Okay, can I just go into the main event?
Yes.
Thank you.
What would you like?
I'd like to just check who I've got, and then I'll decide, because I might make a signing to help me with this main event. I might not. I'm just going to see what I want to do.
You have Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles, Charlotte Flair, Mansoor, Kane, Candice LeRae, Dana Brooke, Braun Strowman, Beth Phoenix, and Jimmy Uso.
Okay. I could do something that'd be a bit risky, but
I've thrown a few risks out. You've already thrown a risk or two out. Risks make it interesting.
Yeah, fuck it, Joe. I like this. I like the idea of this as a match for tonight, a main event match. So, I'm gonna sign a legend.
Okay.
This might seem nuts, but there is an element of method to this because it helps protect one of my other stars who's the same class.
Okay.
So I Monday Night Raw would like to welcome Latino Heat.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero, fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing him on. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing Eddie on Raw.
Yeah, and I'm also going to take a risk and sign someone else, and not a legend, but just someone in a free agent.
Okay.
And I'm actually I'm winging it because I've got two options. And I'm just going to look at the free agents, and I'm going to see both of these guys, and I'm going to sort of go on instinct as to who I think will be better.
Okay then.
Tough one. Genuinely.
It's silence, isn't it? I fucking knew it.
Yeah. Sorry, I needed a trump card that would guarantee me
a 5-star match.
Yeah, guaranteed 5-star. Okay, so this is a tough one. This is genuinely a tough one. Do you know what? I think I'm gonna do this because it makes a bit more sense, and I feel like I could do a madness actually. I could do a madness. Should I do a madness? It'd cost me a lot of money, but I like the thought of this match now. Ooh.
I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
True. Well, I know for a fact I'm going to sign. We're going to be welcoming Robert Roode to Raw.
Very nice.
Yep. Double R.
Simon sounds like they'd be tricky to fight.
Now I could do something fucking nuts here, and I'm actually really tempted because I've got a decent amount of money. Like this is.
So you've got way more than me at the moment.
Can I check the legends again, please?
Oh my god, this guy's insane.
And I could put on a fucking banging main event tonight. Joe, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
I have no idea what your plan is, so I want to hear it.
The question I want to ask you all is, do we really need another wrestler? Like, do we really need another wrestler? We've got a big roster already. You know, people are going to ask me, like, is it really necessary? And I've got one thing to say to them. Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Have you figured out who it is yet?
Signing the Macho Man.
I am.
Nice. Okay. All right. You've signed a couple. That's some really good signings. I'm scared.
Okay, so sheesh. So I've actually now got 2 main events that I could put on tonight, and they'd both be, I think, quite good. But right, so can I go into the main event? And I just want to check staminas, and then I'll decide because I know I'm putting on one of 2. I know that much.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Let's bring in some musicians for variety's sake. I mean, that sounds like WrestleMania to me.
Do you know what? Because I'm a fucking nutty geezer, I was going to do one of 2 matches. I'm going to do both of them in one tag match.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Go ahead.
So we're gonna do Robert Roode and Kane in a tag match versus Macho Man and Eddie Guerrero.
Oh my god!
And it's gonna be a TLC match.
Oh my god! What is happening?
Yeah.
Crikey.
Again, I'm taking a bit of a risk with this, but like, there's just something about it that makes me feel like it could actually work. I don't put on many tag matches, so.
I put on no tag matches, so I need to start doing that.
Right, we're gonna go for that. We're gonna do that.
All right, do you want me to confirm that all in? Don't want to look at anything else?
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm pretty happy with it the way it is. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it the way it is.
Okay, I'll put that up on the confirmed booking screen for you for just a second.
Cheers. So although there's only risk with this is obviously Strowman wanted to be in a tag team with Kane, didn't he? That is the only risk.
Yeah, but the only requirement you have for that is to have them in a match at some point in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, but then if he gets locked into a rivalry, then
true.
Joe, what? Fuck it. Again, taking a risk. I think it'll work. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Confirm booking?
Yes, please.
All right, here we go. We're gonna jump into SmackDown, and we're jumping in. We're reigniting an old rivalry. Big E going up against Randy Orton to open up tonight's show, and it's gonna be a TLC match. Big E won the last encounter between these two men a few weeks ago in that Extreme Rules contest. Randy Orton making his first appearance since that night is looking for vengeance.
That's a buzzword of Randy Orton's. That's one of his favourite words. Revenge, vengeance. I think he'll be looking to revengeance. Metal Gear Rising, revengeance.
Exactly.
Well, if it isn't Sussy E, check the internet lately. Well, Big E, he is in a good place. Obviously, we saw back at the Payback pay-per-view where he visited that school, or was it school or an orphanage? I can't actually remember. Worries me a little bit that he's in a good place after he's visited the school, but fair enough.
No, he did some charity work. You'll remember.
I know. Yeah. He's a lovely guy, Biggie. Like what you see really is what you get. He's so genuine, and that's not just in wrestling as a business, but in life. That's hard to find. He's a lovely man, Biggie.
I'll tell you who's not in a good place.
Yeah.
Randy Orton.
And he's also not a lovely man. Great wrestler. Okay. Not exactly a lovely chap. Not the friendliest of guys, Randy Orton.
Well, Randy Orton, he requested some time off from SmackDown to get his head back in the game, to recuperate, to get back on track. He was stunned after that and lost to Big E in the Extreme Rules match. You'll remember that Randy Orton delivered a super RKO from the top rope.
Oh, yes.
And Big E still kicked out.
Indeed.
He knows something. He knew something was wrong. He's had some time to reset. He's come back and he's asked for this match tonight. It's 1-1 between these two superstars, but of course, Randy Orton's victory as tainted as they come. Controversy abound in that tables match back at Backlash. We here on the commentary table dubbed it the Montreal Screwjob.
Yep, it was the most infamous heel since Achilles. That's what I'd say.
Get that on a t-shirt. Honestly, I wish we could do custom outfits in MyGM.
Me too. Do you know what? I was gonna. I don't know if I mentioned it to Lily, but I don't think I mentioned it to you. Did I mention the thing about the Baron Corbin's t-shirt, the Tic Tac t-shirt?
She showed me.
Yeah. I look like
it was amazing. that was brilliant.
Joe, what else we should do? We should make him have a shirt where it's like a picture of Callum's Corner's head, and it's like, has anyone seen my brother? Something. Or like a wanted poster.
Oh my god. But yeah, if MyGM allowed custom outfits, I'd definitely make an outfit where Randy Orton has a T-shirt saying like, I don't know, like the Montreal, or like the heel of shame or something like that.
The great, or like best heel in the world or something.
The number one heel on SmackDown.
It really is. The number one heel on SmackDown has the number one heel on SmackDown. You literally couldn't write this stuff.
So there you go. There's a way that MyGM could be improved. Custom outfits. Well, Randy Orton has control of this contest in the early goings, not allowing Big E to get any momentum so far. As over to my trusty commentary partner, what are your thoughts on this one?
I think Randy Orton's anger and his sheer hatred for Big E will actually give him the edge because they're such closely matched competitors. And I think when you suffer through something as infamous as the Montreal Screwjob, let's be honest, it like whether you want it to or not, no matter how positive you are as a person, it's going to play on your psyche. It's going to mess with your head. I think Big E is going to find it very difficult to wipe the stain of that Montreal Screwjob away, if I'm totally honest.
Randy Orton was in a precarious position there. Big E looking to deliver a suplex through that table, but Orton was wise to it. He's been around the block a few too many times to fall for that one.
God knows he's been around the block more than enough times to see a lot of moves, a lot of tricks, a lot of strategies coming. He's a master of understanding wrestling and prediction in that ring. That's what he's so good at. He's great at the mental side of this business as well. He's just an all-round superb competitor, Randy Orton. Really, there's not many things he's not good at, but he's particularly good at getting inside his opponent's head. And even for someone as, or even for a ray of sunshine like Big E, Orton's the dark cloud that's trying to blot out the sun. That's his modus operandi in these matches. That's been it. That's been how it's been all the way through, really.
Randy Orton, one of the most experienced superstars on the roster. It's going to take a lot to get past him. Big E, though, hanging in this one. Looking, perhaps, for the big ending, but Orton wise to it there. Able to stay out of the way of that one. And now Randy Orton, the first one in this match, to scale the ladder, looking to take down the briefcase.
I mean,
he's back to his feet very quickly, though. And look at the strength of Big E to push the ladder over there. Oh, and a powerbomb onto the ladder.
We've seen plenty of those these past few weeks. They hurt like hell. They'd leave you sore as anything.
Randy Orton was turned into a pretzel. Oh my god, no, not on the ladder! The big splash! Well, if he looked like a pretzel before, he looks like a bagel that's gone for... Oh my god, not on the ladder now! The big ending! Oh my god! Randy Orton has been crushed by Big E and he's not done! Oh my goodness, this is a mugging! An absolute mugging of Randy Orton by Big E.
People say that some snakes can live if you cut their tails off, but if you break them in half, I don't think any snake, not even the toughest viper in the world, could survive that.
Now, just the sheer strength of Big E. Just dumping Orton onto the canvas. Just taking out one last shot to show Randy Orton, it doesn't matter how good you are, I am the better man. And Randy Orton, he's in a precarious position now as Big E is at the top of the ladder. He's struggling to unhook that briefcase. Randy Orton getting some time to recover here. That's going to be enough. As Orton delivers an electric chair drop to Mr. Positivity himself.
Yeah. I think it would have come as a bit of a shock, no pun intended, that Orton was able to get up after that. I mean, Big E just came out of the gates like lightning, and he just absolutely threw everything at him within the space of about no more than a minute. It's unbelievable. I did not expect that. I mean,
Orton now. Oh, hang on. Well, Orton was looking to put Big E through the table. Big E countered it into a move of his own, but Orton quickly slipped out of that. Nice little back and forth exchange there between two highly talented superstars. Orton's got him again, and this time, long dart into the table. And Brandy wasting no time. The Viper strikes with a punt kick. And knocking Big E to top it all off. And now, looking for the decisive strike. RKO. Big E, he might as well say goodnight. As he's dumped to the outside by Randy Orton. Well, if I was Randy Orton, I would have gone to the top of the ladder after that.
I think you could also say that Big E should have done earlier when he hit him. Yeah, hit him with the big ending right onto the ladder right after he power bombed him as well. Like you would think that at that moment you'd only be focused on business, But I think both these men, that hatred, that absolute vitriol they feel towards each other is getting in the way. Even for someone as experienced as Orton, he just wants to pound on Big E. He just wants to pummel him into the ground. It's not about winning a match. It's not about getting a briefcase for these two. It's far more than that. They want to destroy each other.
And Big E tosses Orton off of the ladder. Orton's in trouble. Oh my god. We don't see this from Big E often. A big splash off the top of the ladder.
I think Orton was done for before Big E even hit the splash, to be honest, but that will have absolutely finished him physically. He's broken down there. He's
battered. My god. But I don't know what that was from Orton.
Is he getting up?
The veteran experience of Orton to not only get up but knock the ladder out from underneath Big E to stop him from making any more progress. Big elbow drop by Orton. And now once again it's Big E who looks to be in trouble.
Interesting how much we've seen these two go to the top rope and come off the corner. Like usually you'd associate them more with powerful moves on the ground, just inside the ring and the ropes, but it's a unique match, very, very unique from these two. You don't see it often from them. You really don't.
Big E looking under the ring. Orton sees an opportunity to capitalise. He's gone up the ladder. Big E's gonna join him.
I think he was playing possum there, Randy Orton. You see how quickly he whipped back up onto his feet as soon as he saw Big E go under that ring apron. I think he was trying to catch him.
Oh my god! From the top of the ladder!
I don't believe what I'm seeing.
Massive superplex.
I don't believe what I'm seeing. Oh my god. I was seriously scared that one or both of those men was going to fly outside that ring tonight, and that would have been really, really bad. It could have been deadly for either of them. I think these two.
Orton lets his anger get the best of him, and Big E with a big ending.
Yeah, I mean he was just swinging that chair wildly like you would in a bar fight. That wasn't wrestling. That was a brawl. It was an attempted assault. But his anger, his rage had made him blind. He saw the red mist, but he didn't see where Big E was when he was swinging that chair.
Oh, Big E with a big miss, and there's an RKO.
Oh my god.
It's been a match of mistakes, of miscalculations, of fine margins, and in a contest like that, it is often experience that wins the day, and so it is tonight.
Yeah.
And Randy Orton gets the win.
Randy Orton, I know he let his rage get the better of him a few moments, but at the end of it, he kept a cool head to prevail and to outsmart Big E. Coming off the ladder, if he'd have been hit by that, the result of that match would have been turned around. Make no mistakes. But Big E couldn't quite get the job done. Randy Orton could. That's the difference at the end of the day.
Okay, I may have made a mistake here.
Is this the opener then?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to predict now that will be the highest rating that a match will get this evening. I genuinely think.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Fair play. I mean, it's a very popular rivalry, and it was a great match, and it was a great stipulation. So, I think one of those two is definitely specializes in that TLC match type.
Surely. Big result there for the Viper. I was not prepared for level 4 there.
Yeah, makes sense though, doesn't it? Like, rivalry growing in this game is not a hugely difficult thing.
I should play your cards right.
Yeah. As long as you put on good matches, play your cards right, exactly. That's exactly it.
Well, after that, what was a cracking opening match, we then cut to... Well, we don't cut anywhere, actually. We come back from the commercial break instead. And the lights go out, the lightning strikes, and that familiar gong fills the arena as The Undertaker makes his entrance. Of course, Roman Reigns called out the dead man last week. And the crowd, they absolutely erupt for The Undertaker, an all-time legend.
Yep. One of the greatest ever.
Undertaker, he picks up the mic. Slowly, he's taking this all in. Takes the microphone and he says, "At WrestleMania, I brought an end to the greatest legacy in the history of WWE. The Boneyard match. I buried AJ Styles and rode off from my career. I had few regrets, but I would not say that I have none. And then you get Roman Reigns calling himself the head of the table, tribal chief, calling me out like he thinks he runs this place. Roman, my match against you at WrestleMania was one of the most painful moments of my legacy. It was a wrong that I have spent years wanting to right. But I resisted that temptation. For your benefit, Roman. Roman Reigns is the face of SmackDown. And I was not about to hurt this company by destroying the face of Friday nights. But if you call me out, Roman, there are consequences. The Reaper will always claim the souls that he is owed, and you do not disrespect the very face of death itself. Roman Reigns claims that this is his yard, but he will be just like everyone else. Roman Reigns, I am not scared of you, and at SummerSlam, you will rest in peace.
It's chilling. I've got chills. Every time that man speaks, I feel a deadly shiver running up my spine. My God.
The question is, what's the rating gonna be?
How much do the people who rate these value their lives? That's the question.
They kind of want their lives a little bit, I guess.
Okay. I presume that means it's like good. Okay, yeah.
It's a good rating.
Honestly, this rivalry is just like, considering where they're both at now, like, god damn, it's absolutely. It's just perfect. Like it fits like a glove.
All I've done is 2 promos, and I'm already loving this rivalry.
Yeah. It was a great Undertaker impression, by the way. It was fantastic. That was a spot on impression.
I wasn't sure if it was any good or not, or if I just sounded like an idiot.
No, I think you hit it pretty much perfectly.
Okay, well, it's on to women's division action. An old rivalry again renewed on the blue brand. We're going back once again to Toni Storm versus Mandy Rose. These two have been trading wins back and forth over the last several weeks, but tonight they clash in an extreme match. There's still a chill in the air. The mist is only just starting to lift around the arena following the appearance of the dead man, but we have to move on. So, once again, Management, I have to ask you, who do you think is going to be walking out with the victory in this one?
I find this one a hard one to call because even though it's been a good rivalry, it hasn't stuck in my head in the same way as, a rivalry with Drew McIntyre or a Seth Rollins rivalry, or Biggie and Randy Orton. Can you give me a rundown of the recent results? Just to jog my memory.
I can tell you that in the first match, Toni Storm absolutely dominated Mandy Rose before a quick knee strike out of nowhere got the win for Rose. The following contest was this time more one-sided in Mandy Rose's favour, and it was Toni Storm that stole the victory on that occasion. So it's really been a case of, one individual gets on top, loses their focus, allows their opponent to get an opening, and costing them the match. It's been a very balanced in terms of results.
I think Toni Storm will just edge it. I keep saying people will just edge SmackDown matches, but it never really seems to go that way. You know what? Fuck it. Toni Storm's gonna kick Mandy Rose's ass and destroy her and win. There we go. That's more in line with what we've seen in MyGM. Not necessarily completely one-sided, but quite emphatic finishes anyway.
Well, we'll have to see if that will be the case tonight. Both of these women are looking to ascend the ladder. They're not quite at championship contender status just yet, but of course a big win go a long way to propelling them in that direction. We're going to get this one underway. Let's go. Again, two of the perhaps less the two more underappreciated competitors on SmackDown, certainly within the women's division. They'll be looking to again make a statement. They've put on some classic matches in the past though. Some really good contests. Been really tight between these two women. Despite the fact that some particular matches have been dominating performances, the overall series has been very, very close, and that's what we like to see. We like to see a good, healthy competition. A little bit of disrespect there from Rose.
I think liked but not fully appreciated is maybe the way to describe these two competitors. That's maybe what I would say.
I think that's a fair assessment. A sign over there says the storm is coming. Could be. Toni Storm can pick up a victory here as a big shoulder tackle drops. Storm and now a bit of a beat down. Mandy Rose, an open palm strike, or as it's more commonly known as slap.
Yes. I've always liked the phrase open palm strike though. It's a cool phrase. I think it's very cool.
I mean, the two, they are different, but...
Yeah, I guess so. I guess a slap is kind of a different execution. Yeah, I guess so. I've always liked the phrase open palm strike, though. It's very cool.
Physical phrase. Storm definitely has the probably the more technically gifted athlete between the two, but Mandy Rose for sure has the strength advantage in this one. There's a big rolling cutter from Storm, very nice execution into the cover. It's far too early for that. Well, Storm, remembering that this is being held under extreme rules, weapons under the ring are completely legal. As Rose quickly just about gets out of the way of that chair strike. Using the kendo stick, but Storm able to put a stop to that. Hang on a second, what's this here? Oh, brilliant use of the leverage from the turnbuckle there from Storm to deliver that snap suplex. Just heading to the top rope. Looking for a missile leg drop, but no way that Rose was falling for that. He had plenty of time to get out of the way of it. Not sure what Rose had planned there, but Storm was ready for it as there's a suplex again. Storm, a kick to the gut. Oh, and there's a pile driver. Devastating execution. Mandy Rose able to get the shoulder up, however, it's still early days in this contest. Oh, and just look at that, the foot on the chest from Rose there. Completely disrespectful cover. It's an easy kick out for Storm.
It's a disrespectful cover, but not really a very effective one.
Exactly. And now, maybe just annoying Storm as there's a shot to the calf. We can take away perhaps the vertical base and thus the strength. Mandy Rose. But now Storm with a demonstration of her own strength. Don't underestimate the strength of Toni Storm. With a stalling suplex finally brings her back down to earth. Storm might have been looking for Storm Zero there perhaps, but she doesn't get it on this occasion.
Good ambition though to try and get it in this early in the match. I mean, we haven't been watching these two for that long, but they're not playing around, safe to say.
Rose got Storm into the Tree of Woe position and choking her out there. Very good. It's a pretty decent game plan for Storm. If you can't breathe, you can't fight after all. Diamond's carry position. Not sure what Storm was going for there, but Rose able to maneuver her way out of that one. That is a big forearm strike. Oh, okay. Not sure what happened there, but nonetheless, Storm able to kick out of that at 1. Mandy Rose to the top rope. We don't see this too often. Is it gonna pay off? It does! Very well executed crossbody from Mandy Rose. And now looking for the angel wings. And she gets it.
Oh, that could be it. That could be it.
That could be it. No! No, it isn't. Storm gets the shoulder up comfortably at 2.
Okay. Storm's still up and kicking. She's not down and out quite yet. Then, blimey.
There's still fight left in this one. Rose telling Storm to bring it there.
I think they've been bringing it to each other already, to be honest. think if you're going to accuse these two of anything, you can't accuse them of not giving it 110% in this match.
Well, this is definitely still a contest that could go either way. Few fierce elbows there from Toni Storm. And Rose now retreating out of the ring. And there. Now Rose has Storm on the announce table. What's she gonna go for here? Rose with the angel wings through the announce table. Oh my goodness!
I mean, if that's not it, then I think they need to check what Toni Storm was putting in a Lucasade sport. To be honest. I mean, to be fair, she will need to get Storm back in the ring, and that can give you a little window of time you need to recover and get your shoulders up.
Rose wasn't satisfied there, looking for a few sledgehammer shots. She got one off, but Storm now fighting back. There's a big knee and an uppercut. And, I mean, if the knee didn't knock you down, the uppercut definitely does. And now Rose is the one that finds herself in a tricky situation. Storm with a cover doesn't get anything of significance from it. And now the shots to the head. This one's been aggressive, this one has been physical. Storm went for a frog splash but got nothing off of it.
Well, that could be the difference maker.
But Rose fails to capitalise. She whiffed the rebound, and there's Storm 0. And Rose gets the shoulder up. That could have been it for Rose. That was so close. I think the kick and the sledgehammer connected at the same time. And I'm sorry to say the sledgehammer is always winning that exchange. Rose now in trouble is once again Storm with that unique suplex setup. Well, it's time for a baseball bat now. I will never understand how people can take a baseball bat to the face and remain standing like this. And then to counter just like that. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, they do love a baseball bat in this match, don't they?
Oh! The angel wings onto the baseball bat. The baseball bat going right into the midsection of Toni Storm. And there's a running knee.
It's about the third time she's been hit with the angel wings, and twice she's been hit onto something which makes the impact even worse. Once onto the announce table, then onto a baseball bat.
Second time.
That has to be it. Surely now, I mean, it's starting to get ridiculous.
Rose going into the cover there and then deciding against it. Oh, rebound! And there is a third knee from Rose. Someone call an ambulance because this one's over. There's no way the Storm was kicking out of that. Centre of the ring, no questions asked. A big victory for Mandy Rose.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, Toni Storm has shown a lot of resilience this match, but is sort of bit short of being superhuman or on some sort of substance. So I don't think anybody is going to be resilient enough to kick out of that again. It was a fantastic match to see. What really compelling contest. They threw everything at each other. I mean, the amount of time she's been hit with the Angel Wings, I thought was a Bible passage.
This rivalry cannot get a good rating for love nor money.
I think it's just popularity, I guess. It must be. It's a shame because I feel like there shouldn't be a cap on them like that. I don't really agree with it, I guess. Put it that way.
Well, Mandy Rose picking up victory at contest. And then, of course, that iconic music starts playing. The crowd are up on their feet. They can't believe it. This wasn't announced. The boss himself is on SmackDown. Vince McMahon, Mr. McMahon, the owner of WWE, strides to the ring, with that power walk that he's so known for. And he picks up a microphone and he says, "Welcome to SmackDown. Now I have a few things that I need to address tonight. First of all, following the events of last week and earlier tonight, I would like to make an announcement to all of you. Following discussions with the SmackDown General Manager, we have agreed that at SummerSlam, Roman Reigns will defend their Universal Championship against The Undertaker." Like the crowd are on their feet for that one, I have to say. Big announcement from the CEO. It's obviously a huge announcement to get him out in the first place, but he's not done. He says, "Well, what I'm here for tonight is to address Drew McIntyre. McIntyre is a superstar that I've had a lot of personal faith and investment in. I brought him in here to this very ring on SmackDown many years ago, and I proclaimed him to be the chosen one. I brought McIntyre to this ring, and I told you all that he would be a future world champion. And I was right. Drew McIntyre, a two-time WWE champion. And many would say that he has reached his potential and lived up to everything I said all those years ago. Damn it! Those people are wrong. Drew McIntyre has been a colossal disappointment to me, my family, and the entire WWE. In more than 10 years it took him to get that WWE Championship. In that time, he started a band with fake instruments. He left WWE altogether. He came back and he won the WWE Championship, but he made life far more difficult than it for himself. And he had to bear, damn it, do you know how many years of a star I missed out on because Drew McIntyre was not as good as I thought he was. Drew McIntyre is a disappointment. Drew McIntyre is a failure. And that was demonstrated in the last few months with 2 decisive losses to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the present and the future of SmackDown. Drew McIntyre, however, his days are numbered.
Interesting.
Some harsh words from Mr. McMahon to Drew McIntyre.
That is not what I would have thought he would have said about McIntyre whatsoever. Not even close. I think if you'd have asked me for my opinion of what he was going to say before that promo, I would have been about as far off the mark as it's possible to be. I mean, I guess he feels
Well,
upset. He feels like he's not getting back on his investment. He put a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort into this man, into Drew. I guess he feels like it's not gone the way he wanted. It's not followed the path he hoped, the path he planned out. Wow,
I think,
wow.
I mean, personally, I think that's quite harsh on Drew McIntyre.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
I mean, Drew McIntyre. I mean, yes, Drew McIntyre. You know, he didn't have a direct path to the top, but not everyone does. And the fact that he went away and came back better than ever, I think, just speaks to the resiliency and the commitment of Drew McIntyre.
I was going to use that word resilience. You know, to have a first go in this company, which most people would agree was a disappointment and was a bit of a failure, and to come back and do what he's done so consistently for years, he's done it now. It's no fluke. I think you have to consider that a success. You have to give Drew McIntyre credit for that. I think Mr. McMahon has eviscerated him, but I don't understand why. I can't see a reason for it. It doesn't make a lick of sense. But that's just my opinion.
Well, we will have to move on from what was a very disparaging comments from the boss about really one of the top stars on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because we have got a fantastic main event contest lined up for you. The Women's Championship is up for grabs. Bianca Belair earned her opportunity, and she gets it tonight.
This is going to be big. It's going to be explosive. There's going to be fireworks in this one. I think anytime either of these two women are involved in a match, that's what you'd expect. But when they're both together in the same ring fighting for that title belt, hold on to your hats. Keep your hands on your seats, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'll say.
Well, Bianca Belair returned from a concerning injury. She did suffer some mild concussion symptoms back at Backlash. Of course, you remember where she was. She was basically out on her feet. She made a grand return at Payback, defeat Bayley with what an impressive feat of strength to catch Bayley in mid-air. And not only to just catch her in mid-air, but to transfer that into the KOD to get the victory. It's one of the highlights so far of MyGM. Definitely a moment in time that was, and it's got Bianca Belair here tonight. She is one win away from top of the mountain. It's not gonna be easy because her opponent has done it all. She's been there, been here, she's been there, she's been everywhere. She's done everything there is to do and then some. Sasha Banks, I've lost count of how many times she's held that championship. But she doesn't. She's not one to be without gold for too long. We've seen that in recent times, losing the championship to Liv Morgan, and make no mistake, Liv Morgan deserved that championship and she won it at Backlash, but to come back as Sasha Banks did and to win it back at the first time of asking, well, we mentioned the word earlier, but it's resiliency. That's what you need from a champion. So Bianca Belair, she's earned her way to this match, but the challenge has only just begun, really. It's not going to be easy to dethrone the boss. SmackDown Women's Championship is up for grabs.
Introducing the challenger from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair. And introducing the champion from Boston, Massachusetts, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
Well, this is going to be one of those contests where the crowd is going to be split right down the middle. Two incredibly popular superstars fighting for the biggest prize in the SmackDown women's division. This should be a good one, and we're getting it underway now. Quick strikes to open the contest, and there's a big roundhouse kick from Banks. Could be an early knockout, trying to get the victory. No chance though. Belair powers out of that. About a chop block to take away the leg, taking away the vertical base and the strength of Belair, and it's already clear to see that Banks has a game plan. Big slap from Belair, showing she does not fear the champion, and a fantastic neck breaker there. Very unique delivery. Stomping on the hand of the champion's belt. It's going to be physical, it's going to be nasty, it's going to be brutal. It's going to be hard fought more than anything else. Now again, Sasha works legs of Belair, trying to take away any strength she might have.
Yeah, it's a good strategy. Nothing wrong with wearing somebody down, taking your time to really sap the energy out of your opponent. It's a smart move.
Sasha Banks definitely taking control of the early goings, but Bianca Belair now looks like she might be starting to fight back. I have to ask, of course, who is walking out with the championship?
That's the big question.
Strength on display there from Belair from a deadlift position into the power slam.
Yeah, I think for the first time, I'm going to lose my astrology column in the Guardian now, but I don't think I can call this one. I don't think I know who's going to win. I really can't call it.
Banks delivering the bankrupt neck breaker. Gets a 2 early on in the contest. Belair is on the ropes early to the champion. Oh, hang on a second. Belair with a glam slam out of nowhere. Just like that, one big move brings the challenger right back into the contest. Banks kicking out of that one. No, it's not enough to get a match won, but it is enough to get Banks thinking about this one.
It's enough to rattle Banks a little bit. I think that was the aim of it as much as winning the match.
It clearly is, because there's the roll up from Banks and she doesn't even get a 1. Banks going for the desperation maneuver already. As there's another roundhouse kick. Oh, brilliant athleticism from Belair there to deliver the enziguri from that position. Belair looking for the KOD. Banks drops to one knee to try and resist it. And it's going to work as the big shot's there. You had to wonder who was going to go for the big move first. It was Belair. He doesn't get it. Banks with a snap suplex, rolls her back into the cover, but it's going to be a rope break. Poor ring awareness from the champion.
Yeah, it's at this level I think you need to be a little bit more switched on than that. You know, you can't really be letting someone get an easy kick out or an easy break up of a pin just because the ropes are there. Like that's, you're better than that. And it's a complete waste, real waste.
Back and forth between these two. Both fully prepared for what the other one's going to throw at them. Banks. The snap there. Follows it up with a drop kick to the face. Very nice from the boss. Remember, normal one-on-one contest. We have seen a lot of stipulations in recent times, but not tonight, as Belair ducks out of the way of that one and sends the boss to the outside of the ring.
I think tonight they're just going to get at it. They're just going to go hell for leather. You don't need a stipulation. What you need is just some good old-fashioned wrestling.
And we saw the announce table suffer a terrible fate earlier in the night. I think it's about to happen again as Banks has Belair up on the table. And there's a bulldog. Belair goes face first through the table. And the challenger is in trouble. And now Banks, looking in the Banks statement on the outside. Well, a tap out here won't end the match.
Again, it's just very poor ring awareness. Why would you lock it in on the outside? All you've got to do is drag somebody in.
Maybe Sasha Banks' intention isn't to get the tap out there. She just wants to inflict more damage to Belair while she's in a vulnerable state, but Belair fights back.
Well, I think if that's your aim, then fair enough, but you might well regret it pretty soonish. That's all I'll say.
Belair takes into the corner. And now Banks with an arm drag, rebounding off the ropes. The athleticism of Banks on full display with that one. Banks heading to the top rope. That's quite some distance. I don't know if she'll be able to make that. I think she caught a little bit of it, but it looks like it hurt her just as much as it hurt Belair.
I didn't see Belair move much, but she was writhing in agony. Sasha won.
Standing shooting star press from the challenger. And now she heads to the top. We don't see this often.
Here we go.
The 450 splash.
Oh my god. I think that's got to be it. That's got to be.
Oh my god. It does not get closer than that.
I've just seen it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I cannot believe Sasha Banks got the shoulder up there. We should be celebrating a new champion right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The resiliency of Sasha Banks, we mentioned it earlier.
To be honest, I think Sasha Banks will be celebrating the fact that she didn't lose the belt there.
Oh, big knee to the face, onto the bridge of the nose of Bianca Belair. And now Banks to the top, goes for the frog splash again, and this time Belair gets the knees up.
You can't blink or you've missed something huge. It's unbelievable.
The strength of Belair on show there once again. No one doubts that she is the stronger of the two competitors in this contest.
I think what Sasha Banks doesn't have in muscle, she makes up for in pure mental resiliency and strength. It's incredibly impressive. It's almost a shame that one of them is going to have to lose tonight.
Belair with a splash and doing a splits in mid-air. Showing off a little bit. It's probably not the time to do it. Oh my... What? The KOD? From out of nowhere, Belair with the KOD.
Oh my fucking god.
It's over.
Oh my god. Oh my
we have a
god.
new champion.
I don't believe it. That was one of the most incredible ways to end a match I've ever seen.
Belair just out of nothing, striking with the KOD. And for the second time this season, Sasha Banks has lost the championship.
That championship to her, it's like running water. You cup your hands around it, you think you've got it in your grasp, and then it just slips through your fingers without you even noticing. I just can't. I almost feel devastated on her behalf, Sasha Banks. She will be absolutely heartbroken at how that's ended. Absolutely devastated.
SmackDown's women's division has a new face that runs the place, and her name is Bianca Belair. And that is it for the blue brand tonight. Right, I say guys, we're going to take a very short break and then we'll be back in just a couple of minutes where we will be bringing you Raw. See you in just a moment.
See you in a minute, guys.
Okay, we are back. Let's get into Raw. Well, we're opening with a storied rivalry of the past several weeks.
Yep.
Asuka taking on Alexa Bliss. Ajma, over to you, and who am I playing as?
Thank you. I'd like you to play as Asuka, please. Now, this rivalry has been going back and forth for quite some time. This week we've tried to switch it up a little bit. We've got the tables back out again. I don't really know whether you consider this a wise or an unwise decision with the story track record of tables in MyGM and on Raw especially. But we want on Raw, we don't like to start things and leave them unfinished, and this rivalry isn't done yet. These two both want to get back at it. They both want to go one more time. They both want to see who's on top. So, if you ask, you shall receive. And that's why tonight they're going to go at it one more time. They're going to see who wins this rivalry. We're going to see what happens next.
Well, Asuka, I would say, has had the better of this rivalry so far. She may have lost the Hell in a Cell match, but overall it has been going the way of the Empress.
I think it's that Hell in a Cell loss is really what's kept it going, and I think for Asuka it will really, really sting. Just because, to lose any match is bad. To lose a Hell in a Cell match where there's so many eyes on you, there's so many people watching to see what will happen, it hurts like hell. She's going to be furious that she didn't manage to get the win in that one. I think that's going to play into the way she approaches this match today. It's going to play into the brutality she's going to look to put Alexa Bliss down with.
Once Asuka and Alexa's rivalry is done, I want to see them as a tag team. Well,
Interesting.
As much as I think that would be an amazing tag team, I think there's just too much bad blood, at least at the current time.
It's true, yeah. I think at the very least, it's going to take some time for a rivalry that's stretched as long as this one has. It's going to take some time for that to cool off. If it does ever cool off, if it can cool off, that's another thing entirely.
Well, that Hell in a Cell victory, as devastating as it was for Asuka, it was huge for Alexa Bliss.
On Raw thus far, I would say it's probably the biggest moment that she's had. I mean, that is just like she's had some good moments, she's had some good spells during matches, but that is on another level entirely. You're beating the best female wrestlers in the world today, and you're doing it in Hell in a Cell on one of the biggest stages of them all. That is, you can't overstate how massive that is. You can't. I think the problem is that Alexa Bliss, she has to prove this week that it's not a fluke, that she can follow it up with another win, and that she can beat the best on a consistent scale. Because if she loses again today, it really is all but over, this rivalry. It's basically finished.
Well, Alexa Bliss has been in stuck in a bit of limbo on Raw, as it were. She's been consistently teetering on the edge of the championship scene without quite breaking into it. So far, that scene really being, of course, held up by Becky Lynch, who has held the Raw Women's Championship from the start. Quite a contrast to the SmackDown Women's Championship on the other side. And along with Becky Lynch, also it's Charlotte Flair and Asuka that have really been making up the championship scene to date. I'm sure many people would love to see a fresh face, and if Bliss can get a win here, she'd make the case for herself.
She would. It'd be about the best way she could state her case. There really wouldn't be any way to do it. There wouldn't be any more of a compelling, practical, clear way to do it than that, to be honest with you.
We can say that we'd like to see fresh faces, fresh opportunities as much as we'd like, but at the end of the day, they have to be earned.
Absolutely. Yeah.
To be fair, Bliss is she's taken it to Asuka in the early goings here.
Oh, absolutely. I think Alexa Bliss, you can say many things about her, how she's found it currently on Raw, how she's, her history as a competitor, but let's be totally honest about it. She will always give 110%, as will every single wrestler who works on Mondays. They all give it everything they've got.
Ooh. Oh, I was having flashbacks there. Oh. Tables in precarious positions.
I don't like seeing that table there like that. I don't like it. I just don't like it.
See you, Gudgeon.
See you,
Well, both competitors bringing tables into the ring now. Both need to be particularly careful in this position. Asuka with an arm-tracked belly-to-belly suplex. And if it's for offense from the Empress.
Yeah, great maneuver. Great maneuver. That's what she's so good at. You think you've got a pin down, you think you know what she pulls something out of her back pocket to surprise you again and again and again. She is just fantastic.
Alexa Bliss has set up that table in the centre of the ring. Precarious position for Asuka. She's come back to the outside, however. Bliss turning her back on Asuka for just a split second. And it's allowed Asuka to take back control of the contest. You can't keep your eyes off someone as dangerous. Asuka.
Yeah, you really can't. It would not be a smart maneuver to let Asuka have a second where you aren't keeping your eyes on her, watching her like a hawk, tracking her like a hunter tracking his prey. You know, as soon as you take your eyes off her, she will just absolutely crush you for it.
Asuka going for the snapmare. Alexa Bliss, almost like she had eyes in the back of her head, able to move out of the way at that one. That was a snapmare of her own. And a drop kick to the face. And now Bliss with the knees to the stomach. Insult to injury. One of Bliss's signature maneuvers. And Asuka's in trouble. The DDT!
Oh my god.
It's that DDT that got Bliss the victory, and if this was any other match, she could be in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Of course, it's a tables match. As Bliss just delivering these continual knee drops to that midsection of Asuka. Asuka's going to be struggling to breathe at the moment.
She'll be struggling to do much of anything if she keeps letting Alexa Bliss absolutely have a way with her like that. She'll struggle to get anything out of this match if Bliss is able to disable her movement and just restrict her like that.
Bliss with a choke and a leg sweep as well, taking the Empress off her feet. Oh, it looked like Asuka was about to get back into control there, but Bliss was just playing possum.
Yep.
There's another table. 3 tables in the ring now. Bliss with a kick to the stomach. A beautiful sunset flip powerbomb. Bliss has something dangerous in mind for her opponent.
Yep. Something very, very bad.
Asuka right to it, making sure to take down the table that Bliss had set up in the corner.
She had to get out of that or she would have been in a seriously, seriously bad spot.
Well, guys, I'm afraid we've had to censor the action at the moment. I do apologise for that. But there you go, we can start to see what's happening here as now Asuka with those quick strikes that she's so well known for, and there's a potential knockout blow.
The table coming in clutch for free censoring there. Love to see it. You do love to see it.
Now Asuka starting to
take back a bit of control. You feel like she's starting
to... No, never mind, she bottled it. She absolutely blew it. That's cut the match.
What do Asuka and Tottenham have in common?
Well, don't say that.
Historically, I'm talking historically. No one is allowed to quote me on that. No one is allowed to quote me on what I just said.
Asuka's got the Asuka lock in. Bliss is in trouble.
Oh.
But of course, it's not going to get the win. Bliss knows that, and she's tapping out.
Yeah. I mean, you've just got to wonder what the thought process here is. I just don't really see it. I don't really understand what she's thinking.
I think Bliss was looking for the DDT again. This time, Asuka was wary to its shoulder first. This time, into the ring post. Bliss could be out.
It was a deadly.
Oh, and now a running hip attack this time as well. Oh! Oh my god! What was that? Asuka spitting some sort of green mist into the face of Bliss.
Does it look like some sort of acidic mist? Yeah, I mean,
completely stunned her, and it's allowed Asuka to steal a victory in this one.
I mean, that was... I'm not sure about the legality of it, but hell, it was effective. It worked. You got to give her that. I don't think I've ever seen Asuka do that before.
I guess you got to talk about tables match. Anything goes, but that's a first for MyGM. We have not seen any of our competitors do that before.
Absolutely.
It may be legal. It's definitely legal, but I'd have to say poor sportsmanship from Asuka.
It's just because it's legal doesn't make it right. Put it that way.
Oh, that Asuka does pick up the win. Well, Mr. GM, guide us to our next segment.
I will. So, we've got a little promo segment coming up for you next. And Jake Roberts, we haven't seen much of him since his first appearance when he burst onto the scene just after he signed for Monday Night Raw. But he's carrying the bag with Damien. He looks in fantastic shape. An unbelievable story this man has from the very start of his life to right now. He's just held himself with such pride, with such dignity. And he sort of casually walks to the ring as that serious, steely look that only Jake Roberts can possess in his eye. And he sort of settles down. He takes a moment to look over the crowd, and they cheer him. They pump their fists. They're absolutely elated to see him back and well again. And he brings the microphone slowly to his lips, savouring the moment. Now, I know I've not been around these past few weeks. I've been taking my time. I've been waiting. I've been watching, and I've been thinking. Because I don't just come into this ring to collect a paycheck and fill up my pension. I come here to do what I do best. To live, to fight, to struggle, and to win. And there's one man on Monday nights who's been doing all the struggling, all the fighting, and a lot of the winning, too. And that man's name is Sheamus. And I've been reading up on this kid. And I want you to listen to me whether you're sat in the back on your couch at home. Listen to me, Sheamus, and listen good. Because I know you. I understand you. I had to earn everything I got in my life. I had for everything I have. And I know you did too. When you were a kid, you lived on some small farm in the middle of nowhere. You worked your fingers to the bone. You worked your ass off. You understand what it means to work hard. You understand what it means to have to earn the right to fight. Just like I did. All those years, when I was at my lowest, when I was miserable, when I suffered, I turned things round. I got clean. I got right. And I did all that for this, so I could come back here and challenge men like you. Men who know how to act, who know how to carry themselves, who know how to have guts, who know how to fight. Because you've got fight, and that's what I like. That's what I need. You've got determination to spare. You don't complain. You don't cry. You're not some little bitch. You're my kind of man. So I'm asking you one thing, whether it's next week, 2 weeks, a month, a year down the line, it doesn't matter to me. I'm used to waiting. Come in this ring, look me man to man, face to face in the eye, and make me feel alive again.
Intense is the only way to describe Jake Roberts.
Intense on my throat as well, fuck me.
Well, I mean, I would describe it in one word as intense. The game would describe it in one word as okay.
Fair enough. I thought it would be a bit better than that.
Yeah.
I still haven't got a rivalry. Wow.
Promos are not cooking tonight.
No. Well, I mean, I think there's only one way we can go forward with this rivalry now. They're going to have to face each other.
Yeah.
They're going to have to face each other at some point. But next up...
Tag team action.
Yep. Tag team action indeed. We don't often see matches with a 2-on-2 stipulation here on Raw, so I thought we'd spice things up a bit. Make it a little bit different. We've got a man who, apart from the drippiest tic-tac in history... He came in and he surprised everybody. He shocked the world last week. Because he took Samoa Joe in that ring. And for 40 minutes an hour, he played with him. He toyed with him. He made a mockery of one of the toughest, meanest sons of bitches on Monday nights. But the question is, can he take two of the toughest, baddest sons of bitches on the planet? And can he toy with them in a tag team match, player? But he's not alone. This isn't a handicap match. He's got assistants. It's the Gambler and the King together.
I was going to say the same thing.
I just thought of it. I was like, that's perfect. I love it. It's an interesting one because they're not the first two people you would say you would put together in a tag team. I mean, they don't on paper they don't seem that similar. They've both got brilliant styles, but they're very different, contrasting styles. But personally, your GM thinks it could be a match made in heaven, or for Sheamus and Samoa Joe, it could be a match brewed at the bottom of hell. I would like you, Paper, to play as Happy Corbin.
Let's go.
the sodden tic-tac himself.
I'm just gonna come in. I'm gonna come at you with some real life WWE.
Okay.
When the transformation from Sad Corbin to Happy Corbin occurred, he was actually feuding with Nakamura at the time.
Okay.
The whole King Nakamura thing came because during that feud, Baron Corbin, or as he was called at the time, King Corbin, was the king of the ring, and Nakamura stole the crown.
And he just never got it. Is that how he became Sad Corbin then? Because he had his crown.
Yes. Yes. Because then he wasn't getting all of the money and the royalties from being king of the ring, so he became poor.
That's actually incredible. That is genuinely fantastic. That's really funny. Bruh, it's going to be Corbin, because first he's going to have his crown nicked and the royalty stolen, next he's going to be sued for tic-tac based head infringement by Callum's Corner, so it's not looking good for him right now. It's a shame. I almost wish I could give him the crown back if he won tonight, but I guess, to be fair, it seems like they must have put it behind them because they're together in a tag team match, so you almost wonder what went on. You'd almost want a window into what went on behind the scenes.
I think what happened is that Baron Corbin went to Vegas, got lots of money, so he doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, he's just like, fuck it, I got money, I got bread, I got dough. Don't need it no more. Don't need it.
I mean, look at him. They don't call him Happy Corbin for no reason.
Oh, he's very happy.
He is the happiest man on Raw.
And his partner.
On a show that's filled everyone's got a frown or a scowl on their face.
It's filled with pretty happy people, you have to say. Some very happy people on Monday Night Raw.
Happy Corbin's a breath of fresh air.
Oh, he is. Absolutely.
And you know what? These people, they boo this man. And for what? Because he is more successful, he is richer than them. And you know what? I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to boo Happy Corbin for that.
To be fair, I'm gonna cut them some slack because I think it just might be that they don't like the orange ones. You know what I mean? It might just be a matter of personal preference.
They just don't like the.
They don't like the green Tic Tacs. They prefer the orange ones. They're just giving a consumer's opinion. I think maybe. Yeah.
I mean, if that's the reason, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I've never rated the green Tic Tacs myself.
So we've decided that Baron Corbin is a green Tic Tac.
I mean, he's a leopard print Tic Tac, apparently. Apparently.
Well, I'll tell you who doesn't like any flavour of Tic Tacs.
Samoa Joe. The only thing Samoa Joe would do with Tic Tacs is stomp on them and crush them into dust.
No, you know what he's going to do? He's going to take 2 Tic Tacs, he's going to shove them up Baron Corbin's nose.
I gave you that nose job you always wanted.
That's it. That's the only way this rivalry can end now. Samoa Joe has to take 2 Tic Tacs and shove them inside Baron Corbin's nostrils.
Not gonna lie, if Vince McMahon can have the Kiss My Ass Club, could Baron Corbin not have the Kiss My Tack Club? I'm seriously considering looking at that. That's actually the best idea I've ever had created.
They just have to kiss his bald head. It's like Fabian Barthez at the World Cup.
Yeah, like his headcanon is just he takes incredibly good care of his non-existent locks. Like he gets like some fucking window polish, gets a little fucking cloth, just wipes his head every now and again, makes it really shine, like there's a little twinkle on top. This is how clean, and it's so smooth you can see your own reflection in it.
Samoa Joe films himself chewing on a Tic Tac and spits it out, and it starts a feud on Twitter between him and Mr. Happy. No. That's how it becomes level 4. That's when it becomes its most serious.
That was my fucking family member you just spat out, you little gate.
Oh, Tessie, no.
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Oh, dear.
Anyway, here's Sheamus. He wants a fight with, by the sounds, well, I was going to say he wants to fight with Jake Roberts, but I think Jake Roberts really wants to fight with him.
Yeah, I think at the moment it seems like his head is elsewhere. It's on this particular tag team match, and it's on him and Joe, who've been a pretty good pairing, it has to be said, in the short time they've been together. It does
have to be said.
I think the key thing with these two is just they want to get the job done. They're focused. You can't accuse them of going easy. Put it that way.
Oh, it's happening early. Their Tic Tac is in the ring. It's a rematch of last week. Here we go.
Yes, I've been looking forward to this.
I think Joe might be out.
What?
No, only a 1. Only a 1.
Fuck me. You seriously had me going there. I was like, oh, shit. Is Mr. Tack about to do a fucking madness?
Well, don't forget, Baron Corbin, a former Golden Glove winner. He has the boxing chops to back it up in the ring.
Is he a Golden Glove? When did he win a Golden Glove?
Yeah, he is.
No, where did he do that then?
I don't know. I just know what I'm told.
I mean, he's got some big meaty claws, hasn't he? So fair play to him. Fair play to him.
Speaking of strikes, those are some good strikes from Samoa Joe there.
Fabulous.
Oh,
really great strikes.
Joe tagging in Sheamus. He's running from Corbin. He's scared of the happy man.
He's not used to. He gets up in the morning and looks in the mirror. He's not used to seeing a smile. I think it frightens people are too happy. I think he doesn't know. He doesn't know what to do. Like he doesn't know how to respond to it. You know.
Corbin with a vice grip now on the shoulder of Sheamus. As well.
I actually want to report a big exclusive behind the scenes segment that we've had tonight. It was it was a big confrontation. I actually spoke to Baron Corbin personally because I was walking through the backstage area and I saw him. People don't know this. He's actually a big fan of football. He really enjoys kicking the ball around. He supports Leeds United. Big Leeds fan, which is unfortunate for him after today. I mean, probably the only man who can support Leeds United and wear a leopard print shirt and get away with it. But anyway. So, I mean, he's a big fan of football, big passion of his. So he was kicking the ball around, and he was quite impressive. He was doing little flicks and tricks, kicking it off the ball. And I saw an opportunity. I walked up.
Hang on. Corbin with the end of days to Joe on the outside. Neither of them are the legal man.
Jesus.
That's just spite from Corbin.
Well, I mean, that was just a pure bit of sadism from Baron Corbin. He loved for a fact, he loved every second of that. Loved it. But as I was saying, so I saw. No. It's important that we keep up with what's going on in our matches. That's why we're here. But I walked up, I sauntered up to Baron Corbin, and I sort of nonchalantly tapped him on the shoulder, and he was he looked around, he's a bit pissed off. He's like, why's this clown bothering me? What's he do? He didn't say it, but that was written on his face. And I sort of smiled because I had a little line pulled up, and I sort of said to him, hey, what's that? I didn't know you like football. What style do you play? Tiki-taka? And then he actually punched me around the side of the face. So past 3 days, but the little look of annoyance on his face was definitely worth the possible brain hemorrhage. Definitely worth it.
I just wanted. I was just having a look here. I think Baron Corbin might have a black eye at the moment.
Yeah, let me have a look at this. Yeah, I can't. It's a bit far away, but I think you might be right. Actually, he looks a bit worse for wear, doesn't he? I mean, this is probably what happens when you. This is what happens when you punch the GM. I didn't punch him back because I've got arms that are built like super noodles, but I just got someone else to punch him. I won't say who it is, but it ends with an S and ends in Joe. But I won't say who it is for the sake of keeping our competitors' illustrious reputations intact.
Good strikes there from Nakamura, taking Joe off his feet. Shane's going to break it up, however.
That's actually a path that hasn't. I don't really know how much Nakamura and Samoa Joe. And they had that. I think they had some brief comings together before, but they're both fabulous competitors, and that is what Nakamura is so good at: the sheer power and the smooth execution of those strikes. He is an absolute master at that. He's a master of just pure, powerful, technical striking and grappling as well. He can do it all. He really can do it all. That's why he's the king.
Spinning, fantastic spinning back fist from Corbin, just wiping out Sheamus.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Is that blood on the face of Joe?
I think that end of days from Corbin hit him really hard. I wouldn't be surprised if I think he is busted open. Doesn't surprise me. I mean, Corbin didn't hesitate for a moment, dropping him right on his face. Didn't hesitate for a second.
Gets the shoulder up again, how? And out. Here comes again. Baron Corbin and Samoa Joe going at it in the ring. Joe with a kick to the gutter. Drop kick to the face.
Oh, I think he got a little bit of revenge there, and he would have absolutely loved it.
But again, every time these two step into the ring together, Joe tags in Sheamus, and Sheamus suffers a chokeslam backbreaker for his trouble.
I almost wonder, and don't tell him I said this because I do value my life, I almost wonder if Samoa Joe is just that little bit scared of what Corbin can do to him. I mean, we've seen it firsthand. We saw it last week. We've seen it today. Corbin hurt him. He battered the crap out of him. I honestly never thought I'd see the day where Samoa Joe could even look like he's scared of somebody, but we have seen it.
Corbin literally just told Joe to get back in the ring. And he's tossed Sheamus towards him so he can do exactly that.
Yeah.
He's telling him to get in the ring, and he's got in the ring.
They're at it again. They're at it again. I mean, this is the tiebreaker. This is going to be the decider. It could decide the whole match, but it could decide what happens between these two men in the weeks, months to come.
Back and forth between these two individuals. Who's gonna get the upper hand? Corbin catches him. End of days. That is a rope break.
God.
That is a rope break if I've ever seen it, ref. I don't know if he called the rope break or if he got the kick out.
I mean, the rope's trying to break Samoa Joe. Put it that way. I think. I'm glad he didn't lose any oxygen from how tightly that rope was wrapped around him. Goodness
I'll tell you what, that would have been an injustice to rival the Montreal screw job right there.
It would have, although I don't remember Big E getting hit with two absolutely devastating ends of days. I mean, it would be an injustice, but you can't say that it would be against the run of play, so to speak. You almost wonder what's happening now. You know, what state of mind Samoa Joe must be in. His head has been absolutely rocked in more ways than one. If I was him, I would be suffering from something akin to clinical shock right about now. He must be absolutely flabbergasted at what Corbin has just done to him.
Sheamus now back into this contest. Took a few cheap shots from Corbin. He wants to get some revenge here.
I think revenge seems to have become the key of this match. I almost feel like Nakamura must feel like he's a person watching friends argue at a party. He's like, I'm not saying.
Sheamus with an Irish curse, and there's a brogue kick out of nowhere. But the referee's down.
What is happening?
The referee was down.
I almost wonder if Corbin was being a bit cynical there, and he thought maybe someone's going to hit him with something big, and he just thought he'd delay the ref long enough that he could get out of whatever Sheamus had coming his way.
Oh, the strength of Sheamus! My goodness. Well, the dastardly ways of Baron Corbin came to his rescue on that occasion.
I think that was the one thing that kept him in it and kept him and Nakamura in with a chance of winning this match, is that little cynical manoeuvre from him. I think it's the only thing that kept him above the water there. I really do.
Baron Corbin, you see that when Joe came into the ring, he backed up into the corner and he suffered for it. And now, just devastation from Joe.
Yeah, it's back. Business has resumed for Samoa Joe. Business has resumed for Samoa Joe. I'm struggling to get my head around all this. I feel like my head's been battered about as much as...
Oh!
What's happened now?
It looked like Corbin was going low. Joe saw it coming and caught him with a knee. And I don't know if it's busted his nose or cut the forehead. But Joe he's got Corbin bleeding.
Yeah.
And he would have had the match won, was it not? For Shinsuke Nakamura. Cover now. Oh, Nakamura not able to get the assist, but it's okay because Corbin he was able to kick out of that one just.
Yep, and that was... I just don't know how he's managed to kick out. I mean, I thought the first pinfall would be the last one in this match, if I'm totally honest with you. I really did. Is Corbin going for the end of days again?
They've been going for it there and doesn't get it.
Yep.
Sheamus back into the ring now. Oh my goodness, what are these? Joe! Joe! He's got Corbin with a muscle buster! Sheamus from the top.
Oh
A double
my God.
foot stomp.
Oh my God.
Incredible from these two athletes.
That was a wonderful bit of synergy and chemistry. It all merged together to produce something fabulous in the ring. Fabulous for everyone except Baron Corbin.
Nakamura just making the save. And now Sheamus, Alabama Slam. Counter from Corbin. End of days.
Yep. I think we.
Joe doesn't see it. Joe saw it too late.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, Corbin getting the win for his team, but that was an awful, awful gash to the side of Corbin's face. I just caught sight of it at the end.
Yeah, oh my God. I mean, oh yep. I just about saw it there. Absolutely, the blood was pouring out of that one. Pouring out of that one. Good Lord. I don't know how's he still stood up. I don't know how he's still stood up, let alone winning a match. The state he's in, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Oh, got a better sight of it there. I think we need to get some urgent medical attention to the left eye of Baron Corbin there.
I totally agree. Totally agree. I think oh my God, yep. Looks like his left eye's just been battered into a pulp. That is really, really bad. I mean, Nakamura still seemed quite gassed. He didn't seem too put off by it, but I'm struggling to look at that for that long.
Come on, game.
That's going to be like 2 stars, isn't it?
Oh, that is harsh.
2 stars. Yeah. To be fair, I kind of get it. It's a normal match. There's no rivalry. It was a risk. It was a risk that it didn't pay off, unfortunately.
I think that's a bit harsh, but anyway.
It's harsh, but this is also what happens when you don't have your big team players to call on. You do have to take some hits. If you don't get the win this week, there's an agenda going on. There is a serious agenda going on.
I mean, really.
Oh dear. All right, so we've got another promo segment coming up for you here on Monday Night Raw, and this is a rivalry that's sort of it's been very hot and cold. It's been very on and off. It's sort of been burning on the back burner for a while now, as both the competitors in this rivalry have sort of had other things going on. They've had their heads turned a little bit, but it seems like maybe tonight it could roar back into life once again. Because Becky Lynch is coming to the ring and she's only got one lady on her mind. The person who really seems to be the only potential challenger she has. But the way that she's sort of strutting so casually doesn't really seem to suggest that she shares that mindset. Becky Lynch, I think she almost feels like the whole women's division, as good as some of them are, the way she's dominated them, she might feel like it's a bit beneath her, a little bit not at her level. But we'll find out now, because she's sort of gradually gotten into the ring, her ring, as she's put it. And she sort of gradually gets the mic out and she says, you know, so I beat Charlotte Flair. I beat her again and again and again. And because there's no one else here who can challenge me, who can hold a candle to what I've achieved, the way I've dominated, the way I've destroyed, decimated this whole women's division, apparently Asuka wants another go at it. Now, Asuka, I know you're listening. I know you'll be watching with bated breath. You'll be eager to have another go at me and have another go at getting this belt. And she lifts it up to the crowd and sort of spins around, shows it to everybody, just reminds them who really owns this women's championship. And she says, you know, I just want to know one thing, one simple thing. What the fucking hell makes you think you have the right to even look at me, let alone challenge me for the women's championship? You've forgotten what happened last time? Don't you remember? Well, I'll remind you. I locked in your arm, and so I wouldn't snap it like a fucking twig. You slammed your hand onto the mat, and I threw you away like the garbage that you are, and then I was done with you. So I want to know one thing. Actually, no. I want to know 2 things. What the hell makes you think you have the right to challenge me? And most of all, what the hell could you even do to me, even if you tried? How the hell are you going to beat me? You couldn't beat me with tables. You couldn't beat me with ladders. You couldn't beat me with chairs. You couldn't beat me in a cell. You couldn't beat me in a ring. You could get every other woman in this shitty little division, get them all in the ring at once. You still wouldn't be able to touch me. So you want to have another go at it? Fair enough. I've got nothing better going on. I've got nothing else to do. But just, when you're lying there in a bed surrounded by 4 white walls, and the doctor tells you that you'll never be able to use your arm again, you'll never be able to pick anything up, you'll never even be able to move it. You just remember one thing. You remember, I told you so, and I warned you.
I'm slightly scared for my arm right now.
I can feel like phantom pains in my arm right now.
Damn. Okay. I mean, that's a good. I mean, good is quite literally a good rating. But
I'll take it after tonight. I will genuinely take. It's a positive, and I needed a positive. But
yeah,
it still hasn't. I mean, their rivalry didn't actually end earlier, did it?
I don't think it did.
No, I'm always wondering what you'd have to do to end that rivalry. That's the thing. That really
Does it have
is
to be a pay-per-view?
I don't think so. Oh no, I've definitely had rivalries end in like weekly shows. I'm sure I have before. So
maybe it has to main event.
Maybe, but I mean, today didn't impress me that much. Like, I'm not really inclined to give them a main event. Like, they haven't really done much to earn it. And anyway, Asuka, we all know what else is going on there. So, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Anyway, enough talking about the future. Let's get back to the present. Let's get back to business. Sometimes when you're in a bad spot, when you've not had a great day, it's been a poor Monday night, not quite up to our usual standards. Sometimes what you got to do is you got to bring out the big guns. You've got to get a guarantee of quality in that ring tonight. And I think no matter what happens in this match, no matter what crazy things go on, no matter what death-defying stunts, disgusting, disgraceful moves, unbelievable spots, no matter what happens, you're going to get quality and then some. Because it's Kane and Robert Roode making his debut. Actually, I think both making their debuts in the ring on Monday nights. Taking on Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero, and the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. Paper, I want you to play as the Macho Man, please.
Oh, yeah, I can do that, Chief.
I can do that, brother.
I am excited for this match, and I am also significantly terrified about this match.
I feel like with Raw, it's just become a moment of waiting to see if and when someone is going to just perish in this fucking ring. It feels like a very real possibility. The shit that we've been putting on at the moment, it's been kind of nuts.
Well, he is known as the Glorious One, and he is here on Monday Night Raw making his debut. Robert Roode.
Glorious.
Tell me, much about what pushed Monday Nights to sign Robert Roode.
When he came into my office and just started undoing the knot, and I mean, from that point, I was kind of sold. Like, it's kind of hard to turn that down. I'm kidding. To be honest,
I mean, to be fair, have you seen those abs?
I mean, those abs are, as he would put it, glorious, and he did put that to me. He talked for about, I measured it about 10 minutes. He talked about how glorious his abs were. So if I didn't agree, I probably would have had him fired on the spot. But they are a fantastic set of abs. No, but sometimes, in wrestling and in life, we often try to measure things and be scientific in how we go about our business. We often try to say, we'll point to this or that match, or we'll point to this or that set of characteristics and attributes to decide whether a wrestler would fit on Monday nights, whether someone is going to be, whether they're going to elevate the scene as it is now. But sometimes you get someone who kind of takes that script and tears it to shreds, breaks the mold, gives you something just totally unique and totally different to anything else you've ever seen. And that's what this guy, Robert Roode, is all about. He's got buckets, boatloads of charisma. He's got such a personality. And to be honest, when someone like that comes knocking at your door, I think unless you're a very cynical or a very, very shrewd, maybe more intelligent than I am person, I think you just have to give it a go. You have to say yes. You don't turn someone like Robert Roode down when you get a shot to pick him up and see what he can do.
I'll tell you what, I can't argue on that one. I consider myself a fan of Robert Roode. I also consider myself, well, I don't know about fan of Kane. I'd say morbidly terrified.
Yes, that's literally what I was going to say.
But of course, the Macho Man himself, Macho Madness, is coming to Monday night. It's the Monday Macho Madness.
I don't know if that's a direct quote from him, but that is like the most Macho Man thing I've ever heard in my life. It worked, despite the fact it objectively made no fucking sense, but it was really nice to listen to, and I really liked it.
That's what we call charisma in this business.
Yeah, not gonna lie, we were talking about charisma, about star power. I mean, I think anyone with half a brain, maybe less than half a brain, knows that Macho Man has it about as much as any human being could conceivably have it.
This man oozes charisma.
Yeah, I mean, how long was he in wrestling for? How many years? And I don't think for a single one of those years he was ever anything less than completely entertaining and captivating and absolutely brilliant. He's just...
I'll get the lowrider out. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie Guerrero is in the house, baby.
I'd like to think that you stole it from JBL, but maybe that's just wishful thinking. Made me very happy though. Made me smile. Put a smile on my face.
Latino Heat is in the building, and he is ready to steal the show. He lies, he cheats, he steals, and we love every minute of it.
Yeah. I mean, apparently the one thing he hasn't been able to lie, cheat, steal his way to is a good suspension, but it is just part of the character and part of the entertainment, isn't it? I would not get in that lowrider for anything above about 2 seconds, but it's a lovely looking vehicle. Yeah, I mean, this man, he lies and he cheats, but what he really stole is the hearts and minds of just about every wrestling fan in the world. You know, he was so
Absolutely.
beloved, and he earned every little bit of that love from the fans, from his colleagues, from his family. You could never find someone who had a bad word to say about this guy. And that extends from the outside of the ring to the inside. When he gets in between those ropes, he was one of the greatest around. So brilliant to watch, so entertaining, so daring, so innovative. He was just absolutely one of a kind.
Speaking of daring, we're not even 30 seconds into this
it's
match.
It's Iron Man match. I'm about to tell you guys.
We're not even 30 seconds into this match, and Eddie Guerrero has done a dive to the outside.
Yep. I mean, it's about what you would expect from the man. Like a Guerrero match without a dive to the outside would be like it'd be like Pepsi without ice. You could, but it's not right, is it? It's just not right. It's just not right.
We've got 3 former WWE champions in this contest. This match is, as we would say, completely stacked.
It is a star-studded lineup tonight, and sometimes when you're not having the best, when people haven't, not their own fault, but when people haven't turned up the way you'd want them to, sometimes you've just got to pull out all the big guns. You've got to pull out all the stops, and that's what we're trying to do here tonight in this main event for Monday Night Raw. That's the aim.
tell you what, the veterans are turning back the years right here. The early goings to take control of the contest.
I mean, it's a classical display. It's got all the hallmarks that made every single one of them absolutely star-packed. But the question is, when Titans collide, who comes out on top? May I ask my esteemed colleague's opinion on the matter?
I mean, the fact is that 3 of these competitors have been out of they've been out of the ring for an extended period of time.
It's true.
Robert Roode is the only one in this contest who's in any sort of proper ring shape.
It's true, and then even then, his partner is probably in better ring shape than his 2 opponents, isn't he? Really, you kind of have to give it to him a little bit.
But then, you know what they say: form is temporary, class is permanent. And has anyone got as much class? Macho Man.
I don't know. I really don't know, you know. I mean, he never had anything less than absolute sheer class his whole career. And he's no different today. You wouldn't have expected him to be any different any day. But then they've all got class. Every single one of them has plenty of class to go around.
Indeed, we can't forget Eddie Guerrero, one of the greatest WWE Championship victories of all time.
Yep.
This man beat Brock Lesnar to capture the biggest prize of all.
I mean, and this is in no way to disparage what was an unbelievable achievement. Don't make no bones about it. Don't get my words twisted. But he lied, he cheated, and he stole his way right to the top. He absolutely did.
He's not shy about it. He won't mind you saying that, because at the end of the day,
it's true.
He was WWE champion.
He was. He absolutely was. And he deserved it. And he was an absolutely brilliant champion. He was about as brilliant as being a champion as he was at everything else he ever did. So, believe me, I'm not trying to take away even a second of credit from the man. I'm probably one of his biggest fans. I absolutely love him. Love him to bits.
Now to the top rope. Are we going to see the frog splash?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
You knew it was coming. It was only a matter of time. Only a matter of time.
Again, the Macho Man scaling the ladder. Doesn't get anything from it, though. Hang on. Eddie Guerrero just delivered a tombstone to Kane.
How the hell did he get him up for a tombstone? How the fuck has he managed to do that?
I have no idea how that has happened, but it was incredible.
It was something you don't expect to see from Eddie Guerrero, but you're happy to see it nonetheless.
And now Eddie Guerrero just torturing Kane. And turning it now into a dragon sleeper.
I mean, you would have thought it'd be the other way around, wouldn't you? You would have thought Kane would be the one doing the torturing, but no, he's getting a taste of his own medicine right now.
I think Kane tapped. Out.
Well, he's lucky it's a TLC match then. Very lucky
I've
indeed.
never seen Kane tap out.
I mean, that just shows you how good Eddie Guerrero is. I mean, to be known your entire career pretty much for doing cruiserweight moves, being a true luchador in the finest fashion of that tradition, and then to just make a monster like Kane tap out to a submission after hitting him with his own signature maneuver. I mean, that is just, it's so good it defies words, it defies logic.
Eddie Guerrero with another frog splash, and the Macho Man follows it up with a splash of his own. What the is happening? It's happening again. Eddie Guerrero absolutely clocked the Macho Man with that ladder.
Oh no. He lied to the Macho Man. He cheated him of being able to participate in this match, and he's stolen a living on Raw. That's what I'm hearing right now. I mean, I haven't seen the incident yet. I don't know.
Guerrero's decided this is a 3-on-1 match, and he's kind of winning it. Oh, hang on, there's blood. There is blood now.
I mean, I think maybe I've got an idea of what Guerrero. he mistakenly wanted to hit Macho Man to hurt it and get a disqualification, but he's forgetting that there's no disqualifications in this match and there's no referee. Or maybe he just wanted to get Macho Man out of the way and he didn't feel like explaining it. Maybe he didn't want to take too long. I don't know. I'm not sure I want to know. My brain's gone through enough mental trauma for 1 week.
That's blood now from Robert Roode as well.
I mean, you can't say it's not been a brutal match. It's been quite the contest so far, you've got to say. You've got to say it's been some contest.
Eddie Guerrero now, he's scaled to the top of the ladder. Kane gonna join in there. That's going to end very badly for somebody.
Yep.
Oh, and Guerrero takes a tumble. Meanwhile, outside the ring. Explode! No! That's sort of modified power slam, I think. Either way, Robert Roode is out.
Yep. He's in serious trouble there.
Oh my god, Kane! With Eddie Guerrero! Off the ladder!
Oh my god.
Now Macho Man with a pile driver! I think he caught the corner of the ladder. My goodness, what are we even seeing?
I don't know if I can even hazard a guess at what we're seeing right now. It defies any real description. Put it that way. It defies any description.
Eddie Guerrero delivering a DDT to Kane. Oh! Macho Man takes a tumble. Now Guerrero and Kane. Wait, Guerrero and the Macho Man. Double teaming Kane. Kane, he's prone in the middle of the ring. The elbow from the Macho Man.
There are few better sights in wrestling than seeing the Macho Man hit that signature elbow. No one did it as good as he is, and no one probably ever will. Beautiful elbow from Randy Savage.
Robert Roode dropping Guerrero back first onto that ladder, and then he declares that it was absolutely glorious.
Glorious.
Oh, hang on! Now Kane decking Roode with the ladder. What is going on?
I don't know what's happening. Seems like there's plenty of dissension in the ranks. I must have missed that. A red man.
I think Kane was looking for a tombstone. He wasn't able to get at that one. Good man. He was looking for something there, but Guerrero was wise to it.
I mean, this has been... I think chaotic is the word I would use.
I would have to agree with that assessment.
Not the only word you can use, really.
Chaotic is
crazy,
right.
Bizarre, questionable, strange.
Brutal as well. Now Kane looking to ascend the ladder, while Robert Roode deals the damage. Kane's up the top now. Macho Man gonna join him.
Yep.
Guerrero and Roode going at the bottom of the ladder. Precarious position. Neckbreaker from the Macho Man.
I really just don't know which way this is going to go. I really, really don't know.
Guerrero taking it. Oh my god, I thought he was going to go for the win. What's he doing instead? Guerrero with a senton to Kane. Guerrero trying to keep the opposition at bay, while Macho Man has climbed the ladder, trying to get the win for his team. But Kane's there. Rude's back as well.
I don't know whether he broke Kane's neck or his own neck, that neck breaker. I've just seen it now, you know. It was a double neck breaker from Savage.
Oh my god. Rude with a suplex! And they're both down. This match has been... Well,
it's been something. It's been something.
I think you got it right yourself. Chaotic.
Chaotic. Yeah, that's the word I would still use.
Rude. He's got the Macho Man with the glorious DDT. He's taken the ladder out at the same time, and that's wiped out Guerrero. Now Kane, with his hand wrapped round the throat for a choke slam. Oh my god, he's going for a second one.
You knew that old favourite was going to get busted out at some point.
Kane with a second choke slam. And now choking the life. And he's choking Guerrero. And Macho Man gonna break it up. Kane now collapsed into the corner. Everyone's down. Everyone's down except one man. And it's the Macho Man. Oh, Kane back to his feet.
This is going to be some coming together, I'll tell you what.
Oh, this one. What the fuck?
No, no. It's not a tables match, this doesn't worry me as much, but still.
It should worry you more.
Oh no. Has somebody died?
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
He is risen.
He what?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just seen Jesus Christ himself in this ring. And it's brought an end to the match. What?
Wait a minute, what? You telling me that the second coming has happened in a Monday night in WWE?
It has.
my man just levitated to win a Money in the Bank briefcase. Nobody ever said the rules of gravity apply to the Macho Man.
How is it?
If you can't put on if you can't put, you know what they say, put on a good magic show.
Why is it whenever something happens, it's always Raw?
It is always Raw. I'll take the fact that that was like the only decent match I put on as well. I don't know how much of that was down to Einstein rolling in his grave or the actual wrestling, but I'll take it. I'll very much take it.
Also, I had 2 things left on the briefcase. Why did I get it? I don't know what just happened.
Don't ask me. I'm no more clued about this than you are. Honest to God, I'm not.
Oh, God.
Right, guys, I just want to say I do try really hard to stop this shit happening, but it's not really in my control anymore. I cannot control the fucking whack ass shit that goes on my wrestling show.
I don't understand how Raw is so consistently a dumpster fire.
Do you know what? Do you know what's going to happen? One day, you know how they had the anonymous GM thing and it was just Hornswoggle with a laptop?
Yeah.
One day, someone is going to go underneath that ring apron to get a weapon, and Vince Russo is going to scramble out and fucking run away, and then it will all make sense. It will all make sense.
Do you know what baffles me?
Everything.
Well, yes, but
Yeah.
I know these games in general, and particularly 2K20, like infamously broken.
Yeah.
2K22 is actually like it works pretty well, and I, for the most part, don't run into issues. It's only in
when
MyGM,
I'm involved.
and
It's only when I'm here.
yes, it's only your shows that it happens.
Fuck's sake, bro.
I don't understand. Anyway, let's get to it. For SmackDown, good booking. Your opener and main event were the highlights of your show as they should be. Focus on raising quality of your better show results. What do they say about the matches? Randy Orton defeats Big E. Big E and Orton both displayed their boundless talent for this match type, so they're both suited to TLC. Okay, good. This is helpful. Great superstars that work well together, loaded with exciting elements that captivated the audience. Storm versus Rose. Limited exposure to small circles of fandom. Match quality stuff with some competitive media performance. Rose in particular distinguished herself in tonight's match, displaying a natural aptitude for Extreme Rules. Okay, I've got some specialties now. This is good. Bianca Belair blitzes Sasha Banks. Superstars widely known around the world competed in tonight's match. Despite an awkward combination of wrestling casts on paper, the match was salvaged by an enjoyable performance from the Superstars. The high-stakes championship match had the crowd glued to the seats. That established rivalry, the crowd's enthusiasm was at a low for this match. Yeah, but they saw a title change. Bruh.
That's a bit odd.
Raw gets good booking. What does it say about the matches? Asuka beats Alexa Bliss. The match was salvaged by an enjoyable performance from Superstars.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tables rules made this match. Tables rules made the match more interesting than the standard contest, and the crowd was excited to see a growing rivalry. Match made fans happy. Solid display between Superstars. Enough to work with by their general manager.
This is bullshit. They were happy for that match, but they weren't happy with the guy who literally has happy in his name in the next match. It's fraud. Fraud watch. These people need to be put on fraud watch. Tack watch. They need to go on tack watch. They need to go on tack watch.
Samoa Joe and Sheamus suffer a narrow defeat against King Nakamura. Happy Corbin. The Superstars in the match put an okay performance as tag team partners. The match worked out overall. Acceptable. Experience. Macho Man and Eddie Guerrero defeat Robert Roode and Kane. Two teams offered solidly complementary wrestling classes and a satisfying performance. Superstars contributed to the quality of the match. Though the tag team Superstars in the match had no rivalries to draw attention, the high-risk TLC's rules made the ground for it. The tag chemistry between the Superstars in the match was good and kept the crowd entertained. A match put on by talented Superstars with some exciting elements going for it. A lot of good decisions clearly put to the match. Right, let's see how it went. SmackDown gets just shy of 35,000 fans.
Yeah, I think you beat me this week easily.
I don't think it's great.
Yeah. I think if you're also bearing in mind it's a normal show, I actually don't think, from what I remember, that's not particularly bad. Like, as a number.
I guess we'll see in a minute.
It's true.
New Age Contender Tube. Never expected to see Undertaker wrestling again. Hashtag SmackDown. He's still got it. Undefeated Fan USA says good show tonight. Hashtag SmackDown. Beautiful Show Live says Mandy Rose is perfect for Extreme Rules matches. Put her in another one. Internet Kicks NA says everyone on hashtag SmackDown better hide. Tony Storm and Mandy Rose are turning the show into a battlefield. Unstoppable Mans says Drew McIntyre was called out by Mr. McMahon tonight. Looking forward to seeing them settle things in the ring.
Most hype feud, best feud of the year, incoming feud.
Roman Reigns says keep running your mouth while you can, Undertaker. It's going to be wired shut for a while after next week.
Can we please get Drew McIntyre to say that about Mr. McMahon? So he's literally just bullying like a 70-ish-year-old now, please. I really want to see that. Nearly 80. He's nearly 80. I think you're right. I think you're actually right. Fucking hell.
Colossal Figure 894. Tonight's SmackDown started strong and ended strong. I liked it. Super Splash Max. Loved watching Big E versus Orton. Their classes are a perfect fit. In Your Town Friend said, I love watching Randy Orton fight, but he's looking tired. Is SmackDown going to run him into the ground until his bones break? Bruiser Buster 75. Randy Orton gets payback on Big E. Hashtag SmackDown has the best rivalries. Alright, shall we find out?
Yeah, I think I stunk it up. I'd say like 25k probably, no more. Have I stole? Am I still stealing a living? Do I still need to be on Fraud Watch?
Yes, but I won.
I expected you'd win. I'm not surprised by that. How many did I get?
33,000. So only 2,000 difference.
What? Wait a minute. But wait, you used the Did you not have the fan thing as well? The same one as me.
What fan thing?
The superstar promotion or whatever it is.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you only winning by like 1,000 then? That doesn't make any sense. Because
I don't know.
I don't get that. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Well, you know what? It's a win. It's only my 4th win of the series. I'm taking it.
I don't blame you. Don't blame you.
Dark Clash Ultra, Savage and Guerrero work really well together as a tag team. Internet Figure 897, Raw signed Eddie Guerrero, so cool, great to see him in the ring again. Invincible Business 80 said, love tonight's Raw, looking forward to next week. Unstoppable Cultist DE says, Alexa Bliss versus Asuka is reaching its limit, needs to get settled on the biggest stage before it gets stale.
That makes sense.
Muscle Contender TLC, not liking Kane so much as a bad guy, should have stayed as a good guy. I disagree with that.
I strongly disagree.
As a heel.
I think that's his whole character, I think. That's why, yeah. Fair enough.
Red Figure 8 Live, hey Raw, when is Asuka going to get a shot at the title? Totally deserves it. Badass Bros says, King Nakamura and Happy Corbin worked okay as a tag team, I guess.
Fair.
Specialist Music Max, really varied show, added to the quality, keep it up, Raw. Super Dudes, Nakamura's winning run continues on a total rampage. Bruiser Snobs, a lot of guys with Z's in their names. Raucous response from the Louisville audience for their boy Corbin, even when he insulted them.
Did he?
I don't know, did
I don't think he did much speaking. I think he just did, but I think he just came beat the shit out of people, then left. I mean, he might be wearing the Tic Tac shirts. Maybe that's what they mean.
Yeah, I mean, it's a win for SmackDown this week, so a good. Yeah, at least you're not opening up a further lead, but that is still quite a gap.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised you didn't get a bigger win there. Like, I don't really understand what you could have done to get a big, like, because you did have me beat. Like, I think the only thing that saved it for me is my main event. But yeah, even then,
main event,
then it was a good main event. But even then, like, that doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I really.
SmackDown wins the weak Raw resurrected Jesus.
I mean,
get this religion out of my wrestling.
To be fair, it's just, bro, Jesus and God v. I'll let you. You can do Jesus and God v. McMahon and a mystery partner if you want. I'll allow it. I'll give it to you for free. I need to see that rivalry get settled. Had me on the edge of my seat back in the day.
Oh my god. 2 weeks until SummerSlam.
I'll let you have Shawn Michaels as well.
Right. Okay. Tony Storm. Hey, my contract at SmackDown is up at the end of the week. I'd be interested in staying, and the cost would be $41,000.
That's a lot.
So here's the thing. She has got that rivalry going with Rose.
But it was a bit of a disappointment this week, wasn't it, really?
Not just this week. Every time they've had a match, it's rated very badly.
No, that is true. Yeah, you're not.
And that was
wrong.
what that match was. Level 3, level 4, and Rose was good in that match type, and it got 2.5.
I mean that is bad. That is really, really bad. I'm not trying to like do what you want to do. Like I'm not trying to prejudice your opinion, but it's like it's not great.
It's not great. So there's no. I'm not going to keep her around for the sake of that rivalry. Thanks for your work, Tony, but I won't be renewing the contract.
Fair. It's a shame because you definitely showed a lot of promise. You just couldn't get going for her.
Yeah, it just didn't work out.
No.
I understand, and this will be my final week at SmackDown. Or Cesaro, hey, my contract at SmackDown is up at the end of the week. I'd be interested in saying the cost would be $61K.
The prices have ramped up so much recently, you know. They really have. Fuck now.
Okay, so in real life, I love Cesaro. I think he's brilliant.
Yeah, definitely.
In the game, I don't have massive plans for him, but he has got that rivalry going with Pete Dunne.
And that has been quite a good rivalry. Yeah, it's rated quite well, hasn't it?
If I lowball him, he will take a hit to morale, but he might take it. And at the end of the day, if he ends up storming out, that's not detrimental to me.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but it wouldn't throw all your plans into free fall or whatever, you know.
I'm gonna try lowballing him.
Fair.
How about 42K? Not what I was looking for, but I'll take it. See you next week.
Smart move.
Sasha Banks. Bianca cheated me in that last match. I want a rematch in the next 2 weeks. So Sasha already got one rematch. I suppose it doesn't need to be for the title. Seems reasonable, Sasha. Good, I'll show everyone who's the real winner this time. And then Bailey. Hey Paper, you've seen the work I've been putting in, but I know I can do more for the brand. Please don't ask for a main event match. I'm ready to run a main event match, and I know the fans will be excited for it. I wish there was a way to look at my roster from here.
Well, like see who has what rivalries, or like who you compare her with.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fair.
You know what? I need to start standing my ground with the superstars. They're starting to get a bit too big for their boots.
I think it's also like if you can't make something work, it's better to just be upfront about it, isn't it?
I've got nothing for Bailey, and I can't have 2 main events in a row without an established rivalry.
Yeah, that's very understandable. That's very fair.
I don't think so.
No.
Really disappointing. I feel like that's really disappointing. I feel like I've proved myself ready for the spotlight. I'm not going to be happy sitting around the card forever. And it's been a really up and down season for me at SmackDown so far.
I do think you're starting to turn a big corner there. So I hesitate to say I've played myself into a corner, but like I'm definitely not in a particularly strong position right now. So
Bianca's now my top star, unsurprisingly. Reigns and Undertaker.
I think there are some rivalries I'm going to have to like build up just to the pay-per-view. That I won't be able to put them on a weekly show, which is not ideal at all. But we'll see. I went on a tangent. I didn't realize it was Bailey who'd said it was really up and down. I thought that was you.
Oh yeah. Hello, new logistics available, veteran crew.
Oh. If they're
37.
if they're veterans from the same school of being a veteran as some of these other people, then I worry.
Okay. Okay.
Let's have a look.
Free agents. Interesting.
Okay.
Got a big name that we haven't seen yet.
Okay.
Rey Mysterio.
I've got about 20 million cruiserweight, but otherwise I'd be seriously interested in that.
Oh my god.
What?
So the first DLC pack dropped.
Okay, right.
Since last stream.
Okay.
And Yokozuna's one of them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Which I assumed we wouldn't be able to use them because our pool was set. But it's just thrown them in. This completely changes the game.
Fair enough. I've got to admit, I'm not really sure about any of those free agents this week. I mean, Rey Mysterio is ridiculous, but like,
I want to schedule a run-in on one of your champions. In mind, but I'm going to end it for now. That's going to be the end of tonight's stream. Thank you everyone for watching. SmackDown gets a small victory, but it's a victory nonetheless.
as Confucius once said, a small dub is still a dub.
Alright guys, thank you for watching. Take care and have a good night.
See you guys. Have a good night.